the International Diabetes Federation, by the year 2030, 1 in 10 people will have diabetes. The sad fact is that most people affected by diabetes can control or reverse it through diet, exercise, and medication compliance. Diabetes is a preventable or maintainable disease that has serious side effects, but it can be controlled or even eliminated with the right steps. Let's first talk about what type 2 diabetes is. Diabetes type 2 is a disease of the pancreas whose job is to manufacture insulin. Insulin is a hormone that helps transport sugar from the blood into the cells. With a deficit of insulin, the body's blood sugar levels become high and the cells starve for sugar. What happens over time, the pancreas works so hard at creating excessive amounts of insulin to counteract the abundance of sugar in the bloodstream that it exhausts and can no longer keep up. After the pancreas finally exhausts, the side effects can be devastating. Diabetes has been linked to several comorbidities. According to the academic journal An Introduction to Diabetes, diabetes is the single most common cause of end-stage renal disease. Renal failure occurs when the body's excess sugar levels in the bloodstream has to be filtered out by the kidneys. The kidneys at this point become overworked and can no longer keep up, causing them to exhaust and become damaged. The American Optometric Association states that diabetes is the leading cause of blindness in adults ages 20 to 74. Blindness occurs because poor circulation that diabetics have. This is either due to the damage of the arteries caused by the high blood sugar levels or due to other ailments that diabetes causes, such as high blood pressure and high cholesterol. The high blood sugar levels also cause nerve damage. Neuropathy affects 60 to 70% of diabetics. Add that to poor circulation, and this can cause poor wound healing, thus leading to amputation of the outermost appendages. If you take a look here, this is a diabetic foot ulcer, the beginning stages. Then it will progress, and finally it will lead to amputation. Every 30 seconds, a leg is lost due to complications of diabetes. 25% of people with diabetes will develop a foot ulcer. 50% of those foot ulcers will become infected, and 15% of those ulcers that are infected will lead to amputation. During my speech, 10 limbs will be amputated. Also, 9 to 20% experience a second leg amputation within the first year. 28 to 51% the second amputation within 5 years. 5-year mortality rate is 39 to 68%. Also, people with diabetes have 2 to 4 times higher risk of fatal heart disease and stroke. All of this can be avoided. Do you want to know how? Prevention or maintenance is simple. Regular exercise, controlled diet, and in some cases, medication compliance. Exercise will help lower your blood sugar levels. 2.5 hours of moderate physical activity per week is recommended by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Eating a well-balanced diet will help maintain low blood sugar levels. The USDA recommends filling your plate half with fruits and vegetables, a quarter with lean protein, and a quarter with complex whole grain carbohydrates. You should also limit the intake of salt, sugar, and solid fats. Obesity is also linked to diabetes. If you take a look at this chart put out by the Center for Disease Control, as you see, in 1994, all the way to 2010, the obesity levels have risen. Same goes with diabetes. It's the same trend. Therefore, watch your weight and keep your BMI levels under 30. Checking your blood sugar regularly as a diabetic and taking the prescribed insulin regimen that your doctor recommends can greatly help the disease from progressing and causing additional damage to your body. As you can see, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Diabetes, although very serious and life-threatening disease, can be maintained or treated with appropriate information, guidance, and motivation. So now, the real question is, are you or one of your loved ones going to be the statistic of 1 out of 10 who has diabetes in 2030? I hope not.